American, British, and French warships and planes launching dozens of missiles targeting the Syrian regime's chemical weapons sites. Video from Syria overnight shows missiles lighting up that night sky. But this morning, Syrian state TV with defiant images of people in the streets.
Iran's supreme leader is now vowing revenge for the U.S. operation that took out that man, General Qasem Soleimani. He was killed in a missile attack at the airport in Baghdad on Thursday.
And you can see thousands of his supporters taking to the streets protesting this morning.
Here to talk with me about all of this is Mr. Paul Joseph Watson.
So we're gallivanting into yet another stupid fucking war in the Middle East based on dubious claims about weapons of mass destruction. Not every act of military aggression means World War III is about to start. Russian generals are saying we're closer to nuclear war than during the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. Russian state TV is telling its citizens what to take to the bomb shelter. Just because Trump tweets insults at the Ayatollah or Kim Jong-un doesn't mean the next time you look out the window you're going to see an apocalyptic wasteland where your local Walmart once stood. Oh, but it's just going to be a little symbolic airstrike like last year, just a little tiny one. No, from everything they're saying, it's not going to be a single target airstrike. It's going to be a massive bombardment. Within minutes of the attack, thousands upon thousands of Twitter users who spend 90% of their time whining about gender pronouns suddenly became Middle Eastern geopolitical experts. Does it concern you that you're on the same side as Democrats, the establishment left, the legacy media, the deep state, the military-industrial complex, and the neocons? Because if it doesn't, you've lost your frigging mind. It is possible to be against Middle Eastern intervention and escalation with Iran without fawning all over a dead terrorist in a country that routinely massacres its own people. There really should be a centre ground between siding with warmongering, bloodthirsty neocons and siding with people who literally chant death to America in their own parliament. Look at these Syrians in Douma, where the alleged chemical weapons attack took place after they were liberated from Islamic jihadists by the Syrian army. I mean, they look incredibly unhappy. We better bomb them to make them feel better. Only a fucking idiot would worship the flag of a country that in just the space of a few weeks alone extrajudicially tortured and executed 5,000 political dissidents. It doesn't make you edgy, it just makes you a dick. So we're literally acting as ISIS's air force in decimating the armed forces of a secular government that is fighting Islamic jihadists. If you hated ISIS and Baghdadi, then you should hate Soleimani too, because he ordered atrocities on a par with ISIS and Baghdadi. I mean, we're always so consistent in intervening when Middle Eastern dictatorships kill children, aren't we? Apart from when Saudi Arabia does it on a regular basis and no one gives a shit. Were you outraged when Obama announced the assassination of Osama bin Laden? Was he a foreign official? Does the fact that Soleimani orchestrated his reign of terror under the auspices of a state somehow make it okay? Assassinating Middle Eastern dictators. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, but Soleimani's just a humble poet, and Iran is the victim here. The same people who try to cancel celebrities for decade-old homophobic tweets are out on the streets protesting in favour of a regime that
What can we do to solve this problem? Well, I will tell you what we can do to solve this problem. But first of all, we need to understand what the problem is. The problem is not Iran. The problem is not the embassy. The problem is not terrorism. The problem, believe it or not, is environmentalism.